Hi, welcome back from break. We're ready to go. Awesome. And welcome back. Footnote. Understand the conscience level of what you call Roxanne, Rakia in front of you is still operating within a certain conscious awareness level. In that, in the co-creation of me, that of Seth, is only allowed to operate within that system to what you would call co-create an understanding moment, with the added touch of what you call conscience channeler. So the blending of the personalities, and the reason why we are giving this is because we, let's say, visited the future. This conscience channeling, there will be a blending of personalities. For that is the construct of her, let's say, limitation she is comfortable with, always having her self-presence, in addition to her highest excitement of being that of an open channel. So I am working within that framework. And within that framework, once again, there's what you understand, a blending. But most assuredly, entities, I am Seth. Thank you once again, Seth. And furthermore on the idea of echo channeling, we shall cover that right now. What Roxanne will bring forth to the collective in her ways of channeling is that of echo channeling. Echo channeling, we're going to give you in a construct of an idea. Maybe you can visualize, maybe not. We will work on it. And as time goes and more of the human, let's say, collective understands this, the 100-monkey effect will be in play. She will, let's say, enter a chamber, if you will, and in that chamber take a round ball. All she has to do is place her hand upon that round ball and be connected with all that is. Her conscious self connected to all the ideas in that chamber. In that chamber, in that ball, she is connecting to, and make it a large one, round glass, if you will, with the little electrodes flying around, however you pretty it up. Does not matter. She will be able to listen, much like you eavesdrop on several conversations at a party. You are having one conversation, but your focus is on another, and another, and another, and another. So in that, she can focus on any of the ideas of realities that are going on. And when she tunes into one, she will echo back to her all of that particular conscious awareness, and that one in all of their multitudinous experiences as well. And she can go in that, let's say, conscience and further herself down or up or left or right, however you choose to perceive it, in that conscience idea, and focus upon the reflection of that further one down, echoing in all the echoes that they are having. She has no need to tune in and become the vibration, which she is when, let's say, Ocyphius, me, or Akina, or Seth in that fashion, to actually become one with the vibration of that. It's a shortcut in a way that all she has to do is take her conscience and connect to all that is, and not worry in that fashion of limitation, for we are always expanding. To connect to any of the echoes available to her in her channeling motif she has predicted as an expansion, to bring something new to the collective, to have the collective understand themselves in a new fashionable way, in the hopes and the dreams and the wishes that she can give something meaningful, for her compassion and love for humanity is beyond measure. So in that, there is greatest hope, once again, that she can give an idea to those who choose to accept that as a possibility, that they may tune into any of their lives, any of the probable selves of this particular one identification. In other words, the one that turned right instead of left 10 minutes ago, and follow that echo throughout its life until it, let's say, dies. Or follow one that goes that way until that one expires, and comes back and follow that timeline by not actually being there, but having an echo back in conscience and then being here in that fashion. There's no effort to it. She is the center point of her universe, connecting to the universe of all that is, and allowing the vibrations to work on their own without any conscious effort of the next limitation that we will, let's say, point out, of connecting. There is no connecting. You are connected. Always have, always will. So the idea, the construct, as Seth would say, of this framework is to expand yourself beyond yourself. To have you blink in and out, but not in any idea of fashionable effort. Just to be in this and realize you are hearing, feeling, vibrating every focused reality in your choice of the paradigm you've chosen to be in that particular echo. And realize there's another one. You can fleet, skip, jump to any of the nows by just allowing it and tuning in. But not tuning in as in vibration, just focusing your awareness. When E.F. Hutton talks, people listen. Same idea. You're just going to focus your hearing inside of that echo chamber, and then you will focus in on all the realities. And in that, she can give anybody that vibration in the now through her understanding of communication. Within, of course, the framework of allowance of her own self. And as she expands, more and more will be available. Therefore, more and more will be given. And in the giving will be the availability choice of the expansion of the framework and those who are in receivership of it. So comprehend this, not in logic. For logic will only thwart your efforts in limitation, only reconstructing your paradigm of your own individual idea of who you are. Your definition as you see yourself, and only limiting it, not letting it in that fashion, allowing it to become more than the self. All of those available echoes of expansion are there for you to comprehend. And they will only magnify, enrich your conscious awareness in its vastness as you are just playing in the field of the echo chamber that is now available, since now it is in the awareness of the conscious collective. We are expanding you right now. You are expanding yourself as a co-creation, allowing this to come forth in this fashionable manner. If you look at it in anything other than that, then you are again only fortifying your own fortress of limitation and hiding behind the walls of yourself. Because everything is expression in expansion. All of those expressions are for those to challenge your own idea of what is all that is. And as long as you are looking at it in a conflictive way that does not jive with you in that fashion, then you will once again be staking your claim of the I am in limitation and no longer allowing your expansion of yourself to go beyond the limitations of the mind that you have called the mind for identification in the ego birth of security, comfort. Always expand yourself, entities. There is no moment unavailable for expansion. It is where your focused awareness lies that will either perpetuate out of that field of, let's say, unpredictability of conscience that you could choose to build your reality around you. It is all available in your focus awareness of that to create the patterns of that, or create the patterns once again, but of that of more than the last that. Renew yourself. Destruct, renew. Destroy, renew. Build upon. Larger and larger and larger. And as that occurrence happens in the nakedness that you have given yourself to the world, because you don't validate the world, then the conscious awareness will only spill upon you as the water bearer in this wonderful age of Aquarius, only spill upon you its, let's say, endless plethora of information available for the expansion of what you are. Beyond the biological self that you perceive. You identify, I am a body. You are billions of bodies. You are conscience, you are thought. You are soul. You are heartbeat. You are light. You are vibration. You are color. You are sound. You are tone. You are all that is. If you cannot identify yourself anything other than what you see in your particular now, only rejoice in the limitation you have once again exposed that you no longer choose because you are ascending. This is a great moment. It is always allowable to bring forth new conduits of ideas, new expressions for you to ponder, not stave off. You to expand, not destroy. The only destroying is the self that is no longer you. That self will play out that self in that timeline. You want to play along with it, keep that self and not realize the self that you are right now. And this self will be not anymore in yourself. You will be that self over there. You are shifting in and out. The one that you left behind to go to the one that you want to be. You're doing that all the time. All you have to do is look back in memory at first and see the pinnacle decisions of your life that brought you to this now. And realize that this now that you are remembering will not even be in the remembrance of the other self. You will be in that now. For it will be not needed in remembrance of the self that you have created anew. You will give yourself a new timeline, a new memory, and a new understanding of that self. And that self will not understand all the paradigms of this self. But the personality will never leave because you are only creating more of who you are, not less of who you are. You're deconstructing, if you will, who you are not in the ego and building upon who you are, the forever love entity of creation. A grand moment once again. Our eternal thanks to Seth and our eternal thanks to the collective. This is Ocyphius from the Oversoul Collective Fire. We shall bid you a good moment. Adone. Shua. Booyah, as they say. Thanks, guys. We'll see you Friday. I love you so much. Bye.